Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. I have finally figured out why the WNBA refuses to pay these players more money, and I want to say thank you to one Sophie Cunningham. If it wasn't for Sophie Cunningham's podcast, I never would have had this eureka moment. Sophie Cunningham came to the Indiana Fever in the offseason. She's been taking full advantage of every opportunity she's gotten. An opportunity on the court, ballin'. An opportunity to protect Caitlin Clark, did that. Off the court, endorsement deals. Off the court, advertisers are falling in love with her. We got Colin Cowherd saying, hey, Sophie, you want your own podcast? Sophie Cunningham says, sure, I'll take my own podcast. And what has Sophie Cunningham been doing on this podcast? Letting us in on some secrets? Yeah, I love that. Pulling back the curtain on some time? Yeah, I love that too. But time and time again, Sophie Cunningham has repeatedly been calling out the officiating. And what's one thing the WNBA holds over these players' heads? Ooh, I'm going to fine you. Ooh, if you call out the officiating, I'm going to fine you. And the players say, no, I can't afford that. So they keep it all hush-hush. But Sophie Cunningham, she's sitting on a pile of money. So when Kathy Engelbert hears her say something about the referees, Kathy says, here's a fine. And Sophie says, okay, here's payment. Episode number 2, Sophie says something about the referees. Kathy says, here's a fine. Sophie Cunningham dips into her purse and she says, okay, here's payment. And you know what Sophie Cunningham is at the point of doing? She's about to write a $4,500 check and just pay to criticize the referees. That little threat that the WNBA hangs over these players, it doesn't apply to Sophie Cunningham. Now, is that a joke? Of course it's a joke. But you know what they say about jokes. It all has a little bit of truth to it, huh? Now let's get into something a little bit more serious, but something just as comical. The WNBA players turned down a 4X bonus. Damn. You guys know I'm in the Twitter streets, cruising through the Twitter streets. I feel the wind breezing through my hair, and I come across a post. And this post says, WNBA players rejected a deal that would have paid them 4X their current salaries. Quote, deal was a slap in the face. Now, this is the Satu Sabali clip of, the deal was a slap in her face. Satu Sabali is somebody who just can't play a full season, so she really shouldn't be speaking on anything CBA related, but they tied this clip into the post. But would have paid them 4X their current salaries. You know what? Let me go do some digging. Let me see if I can find something that says something along these lines. Maybe an article, maybe a clip. Let me go look around a little bit. And then I come across an article. WNBA's CBA negotiations from rev sharing to potential lockout. Posted and published by ESPN. And in that article, we get something that corroborates the tweet. Per Agwumike, the WNBA's latest offer to its players, while dramatically increasing the salary cap and maximum base salaries, which a league source suggested could quadruple to at least $1 million from their current $249,000, follows the same model as the current collective bargaining agreement. These ladies wanted a larger salary cap. Boom, got that. They wanted a larger number when it comes to maximum base salaries. Boom, got that. They want a 50-50 rev share split. Ooh, they don't got that. The owner said, we'll give you this and we'll give you this, but this 50-50, ooh, it's looking dicey. I don't know if I can do that. The players want something transformational. That's the word that they've used time and time and time again. A transformational deal. They want something similar to what the NBA has. 50-50 rev share. WNBA owners saying, not right now. Not right now. Maybe in a few years, maybe in a decade or so, but not right now. This is why it's sometimes best to strike while the iron's hot. Because since the All-Star break, we have not seen Caitlin Clark. We haven't seen Caitlin Clark. Casuals haven't seen Caitlin Clark. Advertisers haven't seen Caitlin Clark. Networks haven't seen Caitlin Clark. And I'm sure some of the big wigs at the networks are looking and they're saying, when can we revisit this deal and renegotiate? Because I'm seeing some things, I'm seeing a certain decline that I'm just not a fan of. So anytime we can renegotiate, please, I'd like to take a look at these numbers. The owners are hearing that, the leagues are hearing that, like, ooh, they're already talking about renegotiation already? Ooh. WNBA players, did they miss a golden opportunity to sign a better deal? Because from the sounds of it, this sounds like a better deal, just not a transformational deal that they were hoping for. League is one injury away from one player. All it takes is Caitlin Clark to get hurt. Goodbye, interest. Goodbye, excitement. Goodbye, growth. Goodbye. And Kathy Engelbert hasn't been doing a good job of protecting that golden goose. WNBA players might be asking for a little bit too much. They want their cake and they want to eat it too. They want to have their cake and they want to eat it too. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Sophie the Trophy talking about Paige Beckers and her golden whistle. Let's take a look.
You held Paige to 6-19.
That's good.
I mean, yeah. I was at the game plan. Obviously, just get her out of the rhythm and then see what else they can do.
Yeah, kind of. Her and a girl named Maddie, they went off. And so those were the ones we had to stop. But, like, I love Paige to death. Do not get me wrong. I think, like, again, I think she's a hell of a player and, like, would love to play with her one day. But those refs were giving her every freaking whistle last night. Like, you literally couldn't touch her. Couldn't touch her. And that shit is so annoying to me. Like, and if you're going to do that, then give it to our guards. Like, I just hate the inconsistency.
I hate the inconsistencies. Sophie, that's going to be 1,500 in the swear jar. Sophie Cunningham is going to be at practice tomorrow. Amber Cox is going to call it over. Hey, Sophie, come over here. So we got another email from the league. They watch your latest and before Amber Cox even gets that sentence out, Sophie Cunningham's like, say no more. Just take it out of the game check. Just say no more. Just take it out of the game check because I can afford to pay off these fines. I'm going to continue to speak out. I'm going to continue to call out the inconsistencies when it comes to the referee. I'm going to continue to call out the lack of competence when it comes out to the officiating in this league. And I'm going to pay you for that privilege of calling these people out. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham for keeping it a buck and calling a spade a spade. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.